Hey guys, Grill here. Today I'm going to be talking to you about State of Decay. It just came out for Xbox on June 5th, which is today, and it'll be coming out on PC soon. But this game is pretty cool. It's basically like an RPG zombie survival game. It's a really good time, and I'm going to bring you just kind of like the beginning tutorial and just give you my initial impressions. First off, by nature, it's kind of a hack and slash game. You're going to be spamming the X button, which is your melee button. You're going to be spamming that. And as you can see, it's a normal thing. The way that they combat that kind of repetitive nature, though, is that you only have a certain amount of stamina. And by swinging your bat or whatever melee weapon you have, increasingly you're going to lose that stamina. So you need to use a finishing move on the zombies, and that'll finish them off quicker. You'll save stamina, and so that's kind of a cool mechanic that they put into it. In terms of your weapons, you're allowed to have two equipped at one time, and by two I mean one melee weapon and one long range weapon. Long range weapons can be anything from a shotgun to a sniper to an assault rifle to a pistol. And then you've got your melee weapons, which can range from literally a stick to batons, hatchets, machetes, wrenches, broken pipes, anything really. You'll find these things while looting places. To me, this game was kind of like, it reminds me of like if Grand Theft Auto had a zombie apocalypse. Because you can steal cars, you obviously loot places, and it's got that third person perspective, so it really does kind of feel like Grand Theft Auto at times, which is what I liked about it. And then on top of that, there's zombies, so I like that too. Overall, this game is very good. I'd give it probably an 8 out of 10. The really only things that I don't enjoy are kind of the repetitive nature of the hack and slash melee skills. And there are some graphical errors. Sometimes the zombies can clip through the walls, but that's not really a huge deal for me. Honestly, gameplay comes first for me. And this game is very fun to play. Just like Grand Theft Auto in that sense. You kind of just hop in, you're in a different world, and you can just explore, you can do missions, you can do side quests, whatever you want. And, or you can just bash some people's brains in. It's always a good time. Now, basically the point of this game is to make your way to kind of like safe houses where you'll meet other survivors, and you kind of become their leader, or like their co-leader. It's like they look up to you, and when I say they look up to you, you can do certain things that'll either gain morale or take it away. You can fortify your house, you can build, gardens and extra sleep houses to prevent sleep deprivation, and there's actually so many things you can do with this game, which brings me to my next point, is that it's such a good deal. Honestly, it's like, in my opinion, most $60 games don't even have this amount of stuff in them, and this game is only $20. You buy it on the market and it's yours. It's super easy. So yeah, I just turned in a mission there, and you'll see on the map, you can check your next mission, you can set a waypoint. Right there, the water tower, that's an important feature. The reason why it's so important is because it allows you to kind of scope out areas where you'll find supplies and everything like that. And what I thought was so cool, it's not always going to be a water tower, but it's always a tower of some sort, cell phone tower, this or that. It reminds me of Far Cry 3, man, going up, and it doesn't give you that sweet cinematic slow motion pan that the Far Cry 3 did, but you'll see right here, when you search things out, you've got those question marks, and it shows you the campsite. And it's essentially the same kind of mechanism as when you're searching through things. There's a bit of a time when that circle fills up. You don't just like search in the bag and immediately things. You have to root around a little bit. So honestly, I like the way they set it up. I like the way that they, you know, make you work for it a little bit. So it's a lot more gratifying that way, honestly. Another thing I really like about this game is that the other human AI is really cool and really responsive. Like, for example, I was, just looting some cabins, doing my own thing, and I heard some gunshots off in the distance. So I went over to scout it out and basically helped out these two people that, in the end, she's a main part of the story, the woman there with the yellow jacket. So as you see, I'm like, oh yeah, just taking these guys down, no problem. And then I just turn around, and there's like a horde of like 5 coming right behind me. Of course, the NPCs just look right at them. They'll come and help me eventually. But as you can see, it gets pretty nuts. The zombies can hear really well. And if you attack one, then they're all going to come at you. And your buddies can get messed up. Yeah, gets pretty intense. And another kind of cool mechanic is that the melee weapons, they will break. Bam, that just broke. Yeah, that is a big thing in this game. You have to continually use different weapons. I believe you can upgrade. I haven't gotten to that point yet, but as you can see, that little indicator is showing me that my NPC is down. I gotta save him. Save his ass. There we go. He's saved. Whoa, you see me nail that guy in midair? That was awesome. Let's listen to this cutscene.
You mean aside from being lost in the woods, attacked by psychopaths, and watching 2 of my best friends die? Yeah, I'm Peachy.
Sorry I asked.
So, is it this bad everywhere?
Man, I hope not. We got some survivors back at the ranger station that seem to know what's going on, but we didn't have time for orientation.
Well then, let's get the hell back there. You want to take point, or should I?
You can see just from that snippet that the voice acting isn't that bad at all. It's very tolerable. And right now I'm going to show you some of the looting mechanics that come into this game. I was trying to see if I could pull a Skyrim here and back up the mountain. No, I couldn't. So time to move on, Grill. Get out of there. Stop slow motion jumping into the thing. So anyway, these are a couple of the tents that I had sighted out from that water tower. Oh, great. My wooden branch is broken. So now I have no melee weapons whatsoever. Except for my hands and legs. So this is a good point. Find, a hatchet, find different kinds of weapons, and these are the type of places that you'll find things. Now, there's 2 ways to search through a bag. You can do it the long way, or you can do it the fast and loud way. And I've learned that the fast and loud way is not a very good time. It usually winds up with us getting screwed. So you see that, it was like, boom! And, I got this, weapon, but I just alerted like 7, or maybe not 7, but like 4 or 5 zombies around me. You can see them just start closing in. In the way, if you play the game, then you'll learn how to do that fast mechanic. But honestly, I suggest just searching at a normal speed because it's not worth the risk of going down. You see, we almost got overwhelmed here. It was pretty intense, and that was all just from a careless, loud search. So again, it's just one of the things that the developers really thought about in this game, mechanics to just keep people from spamming the easiest way out. If you take the easy way out, you're probably going to get screwed. Usually taking the long way, being quiet, crouching is the most viable way to go in this game. It really is a true kind of like horror survival in that sense. So it's pretty cool. I just want to mention again that the menu, or I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but the menu itself is pretty intimidating. When you first come into it and you look at the menu, it's kind of crazy. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of tabs, but you'll get used to it. You'll get to know it. It's just like any other game that you get used to. You just need to go with it. So don't freak out because there's a million options. I think that girl just like took out a zombie with 1 hit. That was pretty cool. I didn't even see him. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna head out, give you some gameplay, a little bit more here. You get to drive cars. Eventually I'll go to a town I don't think I'll have that in this particular video. Maybe a little bit of driving, but I'm gonna keep putting some videos forward. This game is crazy to play. I played it a little more tonight after what you're seeing, and it just, it really kicks it up a notch each time you go to a new place, or, it's definitely super intense. So I can't wait to show y'all some of the cool stuff. This game really is a breath of fresh air. Anyway, this has been Gorilla Official. Hope you've enjoyed this game. If you're on the Xbox, definitely check out State of Decay. It is badass, and I'll hopefully get you some more content here pretty soon.
I don't know. I guess we just head to town and try to find somebody.
Or
Jesus, Ed, why did you do that?
Dad? Dad, are you there?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Who is this?
Listen, we're stuck up here on Mount Tanner. My friend needs medical attention. Can you help us?
Can you make it down to Spencer's Mill? Some of us are holed up at the church. If your friend doesn't look too dicey, we'll let you in.
The church in Spencer's Mill. We're on our way. We'll, try not to look too dicey. We're heading your way. You said you were holed up in a church? What's happening around here?
You haven't heard?
No cell reception at the lake. Guess you could say we've been out of the loop.
It started, what, 12, 13 days ago? At first it was just weird stories on the news. Random mauling, violent incidents at hospitals, black helicopters in the sky. Just strange stuff. I guess they were trying to keep it quiet. That didn't last too long. People figured it out pretty quick. People who die, they don't stay dead. They come back as one of those things.
I told you that guy was dead.
Seems like the only way to stop them for good is with a shot to the head. Anything else, they just keep coming.
So you're saying those things are zombies?
I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of messed up supervirus. Maybe it's radiation from outer space, or black magic, or the wrath of Almighty frickin' God. Your guess is as good as mine.
So, wait a minute. What's the government response to all this? Haven't they sent in the National Guard or something?
The government? You don't get it. It's been total chaos. At first, they told us just to stay home, lock our doors, and wait for the all clear. Then the power died. No one ever sounded the all clear.
Got that one! Nice. I don't have enough space for this. I don't have enough space for this.
Keep your eye on our right. It's incoming.
How'd you end up on this frequency?
Just lucky, I guess. It was pretty chaotic up at the lake.
You're not gonna tell her?
I don't know yet.
Dude, it's her dad.
You want to confess that we killed her father and stole his radio before they patch you up?
Yeah, okay, maybe we leave that part out.